During family dinner, my father-in-law said, "You'd be living on the street if it weren't for me." I thought he was done. He wasn't. "You need to get a real job," he continued, pointing his fork at me across the table. "Stop this pansy-ass screen-sharing nonsense and contribute something to society for once, like my daughter used to do." Everyone heard. My nephew studied his mashed potatoes like an escape route was hidden in the gravy. My sister-in-law wouldn't look up. My wife died 8 months ago. Her father moved in with me 3 weeks later because he couldn't afford rent, and I thought we could help each other through the grief of losing his daughter. I was wrong. I work from home making good money, which allows me to keep an eye on him and his medical issues. Make sure he ate, took his pills, didn't fall down the stairs. I thought we were helping each other. Then he looked at me across that table and said, "My daughter would be ashamed of what you've become. She settled for you, and now I'm stuck with the leftovers." The table went dead silent. I smiled like my jaw was wired shut. "You're right. I'll get a real job. I'll call my boss tomorrow." He nodded like he'd won something. I was really tired of being a doormat with a pulse, and nobody even asked if I was okay. I called my boss the next morning and requested to return to the office. She was thrilled, even offered me a small raise. I started commuting 45 minutes each way, leaving at 7 a.m., home by 9 p.m. Day 1 of going into the office, my phone buzzed at 10 a.m. "Where are you?" My father-in-law texted. I typed back, "Work, at noon. I'm hungry. There's nothing to eat." I replied, "Sandwich stuff is in the fridge." Day 3, he stopped texting and started calling, voice sharp with accusation. "You're never here. What am I supposed to do all day?" I sigh and try not to lose my temper. "I'm at my real job, the one you told me to get." He hung up on me. Day 5, he left a voicemail threatening to call my sister-in-law and tell her I was starving him. "Go ahead and call your daughter," I texted back. "Tell her to check the fridge when she stops by." Day 7, my sister-in-law actually called. "Dad says you're neglecting him, says there's no food, you're hiding his medication, and that you're gone all day." I laughed, which probably wasn't the right response. "Ask him what's in the fridge. Ask him where his pill organizer is." She paused. "He's exaggerating? He's furious I'm not his servant anymore. But sure, exaggerating works too." She said she'd talk to him. I went back to my work that might not be changing the world, but is paying the bills. My empathy had filed for bankruptcy somewhere around day 4, and I wasn't fighting it. One day I pulled onto my street and saw 2 cop cars in my driveway, and my sister-in-law's minivan parked crooked on my lawn. My chest went tight as I walked inside and found my father-in-law sitting in his recliner looking smug, while 2 officers stood in my living room taking notes. "Sir, are you the homeowner?" one officer asked. I nodded. "Your father-in-law called to report elder neglect, says you've been refusing to feed him and withholding his medication." The officer looked exhausted. "Look, we've been here for an hour. We see his medication is in a labeled organizer on the counter and that the fridge is full." My father-in-law scoffed. "That's not real food. It's ingredients. He knows I can't cook." My sister-in-law stood in the kitchen doorway, arms crossed. "I checked myself, Dad. There's enough food in there for 2 weeks. Sandwich meat, leftovers, fruit, yogurt." My father-in-law yells out, "He abandoned me!" My sister-in-law's voice cut across the room. "Dad, he got a job in the office because you told him to. You called him a pansy." The officer didn't flinch. "Sir, that's not abandonment, that's employment." Then he looked back at me and lowered his voice. "Your father-in-law clearly needs more supervision than you can provide. It might be time to consider assisted living." "A home?" My father-in-law's face went purple. "You're putting me in a home?" My sister-in-law looked at her father. "Maybe they're right, Dad." She turned to me. "I'm so sorry. We should talk." The officer wished us a good day and left right after. We moved my father-in-law into an assisted living facility 3 weeks later. Not a nursing home because he wasn't senile, just impossible.